So let's see if is that better? Can you hear me?
Yep, it's better now.
Okay,
It
cool.
just came up now. I'm just gonna see if I'm picking up right.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird,
it's all
but
good.
okay. So click another button. Technical
Gotta love
difficulties.
technical difficulties. Yeah.
It's like if you don't have them, you're not streaming correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but yes, so we're back with our Call of Cthulhu game, and last time in Stillwater there was a cow that got butchered or is getting butchered, and Hiram, the strange small prospector man who has been puttering around town in the last couple of days, has handed off a piece of what he declared was part of one of the wind chimes that broke over on the porch of the general store. And he gave it to the doctor, Dr. Viola, and Viola and the rest of the group sort of passed it around. Olive, Sol, Kiyo, looking at it, and at one point they all sort of reached for it at the same time, and when they all kind of got a hold of it, this small, strange looking stone started to glow and started to shake and sort of vibrate. And they sort of dropped it on the tabletop of the table that they were sitting around. And that was where we left things last time. So, why don't we go around and say hi to everybody? And then we'll jump back in and see what happens with this interesting item that they've discovered. And we'll start with D-Sword.
Hi, everybody. I am Derek Sword. I'm DSword16 on Twitter, Discord, and Twitch. You can find me every Saturday on the Stalwart Initiative, where I DM an Eberron campaign. And I am also the co host of the podcast Monster Crush, but I will talk more about that at the end of the show.
Excellent. And Callie, hi.
Hello, it is I, Callie, your local duck lover. I play Olive Archer, and she doesn't really know what she's doing right now. So,
Sounds about right. And how about you, Vex?
Hey, I'm Vex. Vexy, you can find me at VexyXC on Twitter, and I'm playing Kiyo, who in this one is really kind of trying to make sure she doesn't lose another limb. She prefers all of them attached the way they are currently.
That's fair. I think I'd prefer that too. So, all right. So as we come back into this scene, also, before we forget, you can donate to help our players. And right now, I believe both the good doctor and Solomon have advantages on the table. And Olive has a success roll on the table, so a natural success. And the rules for donating are down below in the text, or you can so you can check that out and see what the donations are and what you can give the players, or even myself. I take donations too for stuff. And also, this is Call of Cthulhu, so some stuff gets creepy. It's horror-esque and things like that. If, you're watching and it, something bothers you or anything like that, no problem if you have to head off. And the players know if they need to step away for any reason or anything like that. We've talked about using safety tools. So we just try to look out for each other and make sure everybody's having a fun time because that's what we're here for. So, but now, having said that, we come back into the scene. You're inside the Sweetwater Saloon in the town of Stillwater. And this stone, or what appeared to be a stone, is now on the tabletop in the center of the table. You are all seated around it, and it is vibrating and letting off a slight glow around the edges. And a couple seconds go by, and then you hear, hello? Hello? What is that? Someone there? And all of you recognize that that voice. That sounds like Hank Hanratty, the man that you were sent here to find and arrest. And you succeeded, except that it appears the town sheriff let him out, because the town sheriff seems to have forgotten that he's the town sheriff.
And like 20 years of his life. So
These things might happen.
sometimes, you just forget.
What is... where... Hello?
Kiyo kind of like, just, like, what the hell?
Who has said that? You hear the voice through this glowing, vibrating stone.
Okay, so the voice is coming from the stone. It's not like emanating around us or anything.
It's coming right out of that stone that's on the middle of the table.
Okay. Hank, is that you?
Who said my name? Wait, do I know you? Show yourself. Where are you?
Hank, we're in the saloon right now. This is Solomon Henson. We met under the best circumstances. Where are you? You appear to be somewhere else, I assume, unless you have been somehow transmogrified into a stone.
No, my hands are tied up. There's rock walls on either side of me. I'm in some kind of canyon. I'm sitting up against one side of this canyon. There's a bunch of like debris all around me, and there's something like that was shaking behind my hands, and I can't see what it is because I can't get to it. But now you're talking to me.
Hank, how'd you get there?
I don't know. I got the marshal to let me out of jail, and I was trying to slip out of town, and next thing I know, I find myself out here tied up. Where the hell am I?
What do you see near you?
Like I said,
anything you can see that would let us know where you are. We don't know where you are either.
God. There's like I said, there's rock. I'm sitting up against the rock wall. There's rock on the other side. It's like I said, it's some kind of canyon. There's some debris here. It looks like some like broken wood, and it's like charred, like it's been in a fire.
Are there skulls near you? Like skull piles?
I don't know. There's something that looks like it's kind of shining in the sun off to my right. Maybe a couple 100 feet. I think that's... Wait. I think it's south of me from where I am, based on what I can see.
Kiyo kind of looks to Solomon, and I think he might be where we went.
It sounds a lot like it. You're right.
You should get going. Quick.
All right.
Well, hold on a second. There's a talking stone in front of us. How the hell is that happening?
Corpses are coming back to life. I'm just going to stop questioning things at this point.
It's probably just one of the newest telephones. I hear they're coming out with new ones all the time.
What do you mean? What's... talking stones? What the hell are you talking about? I'm talking on a stone?
I guess so.
Hank, you just... Do you see anybody around you, or is it just you?
You hear, like, rustling noises. I don't see anyone... No, I don't see anyone nearby. There's a bunch of footprints and stuff in the dirt by my feet. But... looks like some coming from the south, some going to the north and coming back. I don't know. But nobody... Hello? Is anybody here? Anybody? No, I think I'm alone.
Kiyo kind of just looks to Solomon. Like, I got no clue, but that sounds like Hank.
Viola's just like looking at the stone, kind of open
Yeah,
mouth, like
Well, if we know where he is, we think we know where he is. And we've been there before, so we know to avoid any falling rocks and
Besides,
any...
falling.
Go ahead.
What?
Hank, you just stay put and you stay in one piece, and we're gonna see if we can come help you out. All right?
Yeah, yeah. Come get me out of here. We could discuss me leaving some other time, but just get me the hell out of here. I don't like being out here. Something might try to eat me.
That's
No.
partially my concern as well. All right. Yeah, I agree with Kia. We best get going sooner rather than later.
Should we take the stone?
I'd assume yes. Might come in handy. Don't want to leave it out for someone else to grab by accident.
I grabbed the stone then.
All right. So you reach down, you pick up the stone. As you close your hand around it, it vibrates for another second, and then it slowly stops, and it stops making noise and stops with a slight glow to it, and it looks like just a flat rock again.
Kiyo kind of looks off and just kind of nods. I have no clue either.
Viola's like, what the hell was that?
Just another mystery at this point, and
Another-
one we can figure out later.
Let's get going to the stables.
All right. So Viola will get up, and she goes and collects like her doctor's bag, and we'll meet you out on the porch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my revolver because I haven't had it, and also Kiyo's shotgun. I think you gave me.
Yeah, I let you use the shotgun because the revolvers weren't working on the zombies.
Mm.
Okay.
So Kiyo let you use that for now.
Do you want it back?
How good a shot are you?
Haha. Not good. You can
All right,
have
then
it
I'll
back.
take it back for now.
Yeah.
We run into zombies again. It's all yours.
Okay.
I guess I should say if we run into Walking Dead again, it's all yours. And then she'll slip it back into its holster and collect the rest of any of the things she hadn't had with her before, which I don't think she didn't have much with her because Kiyo generally comes prepared with most of her stuff.
That's a good way to be. All right, so you're gonna head out from the Sweetwater and head to the livery to get horses.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. All right, so you head over to the livery, which is sort of just down the street from the Sweetwater, right on the main corner when you first come into town. And when you first came in, you met the owner, Bob Saseda, who he and his wife and his kids kind of run the place. And as you come up, he sort of looks up where he's kind of grooming a horse, and he says, hello, how are you? What can I do for you? You look harried, as if you're... Is everything okay?
Bob, it's been a weird couple of days. I'm sure you've heard just the strangeness in the town, and it extends from there. We're just here to pick up our horses and go hopefully find somebody.
All right. Well, your horses are fine. Here, come, I'll help you get them saddled up just this way. And he walks over to where the door of the barn is. He slides it open and walks in, and he one by one starts bringing out your horses and your various saddles and things like that, so you can start getting them saddled up.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, you seem surprisingly calm for a man that lives in a town where the dead are rising and people are forgetting who they are.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What are you talking about? It's Solomon, isn't it?
it is. So check one box for that. You haven't forgotten stuff. Did you not hear the gunfire and
General chaos.
the general? Yeah, the several shambling corpses that were moving about the main street of this.
I definitely heard gunfire, and I mean, general chaos happens here and there. Um, Walking corpses. No, that had not been brought to my attention whatsoever. You're pulling my leg.
You know what, Bob? I like you. Don't change a single thing. You are an absolute treasure in this strange little town.
Mm-hmm. Just 1 second. He leans over and look. Honey, keep the kids inside.
That has the same energy of Honey. Roll up the windows.
Just to be cautious. What, like dead people walking.
Yeah. As far as we could tell, the Reverend has gone full Armageddon in the town cemetery. The teacher's forgotten who he was. Town sheriff's forgotten who he was. The poor woman who runs the general store has forgotten words and math, I believe. So yeah, you and your family, you just
Safe.
yeah.
And he looks kind of off and to his left at the building kind of next door. I noticed this morning, Joaquin. Usually I wake up to the sound of his hammer. Ting, 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 ting. And you see the blacksmith sign out front of the building next door. Haven't heard his hammer today. I thought I saw him sort of pacing back and forth out front earlier, but I was busy. I was gonna go see him about shoeing a horse, but I got distracted with the boys. He kind of leans further to look at the front of the building. Do you think he's okay?
You know what, Bob? You'd be the best judge of that. Unfortunately, we are a little pressed for urgency at this point. So I absolutely be neighborly. Check on Joaquin and see if just give him a couple of kind words to see how his day is going. If he happens to forget everything about his life, maybe just make him coffee and send him over to the saloon. We tend to be kind of collecting folk over that way. Well, I think the sheriff is still in the jail. We should probably address that at some point. But yeah, just like I said, maybe he's just having an off day. I don't want to make assumptions at this point, but yeah, maybe just like every now and then, just say like, "Oh, my name's Bob, and I have a family," and just little reminders. Yep.
Okay. You're making me more concerned.
Good. All right, it's working. All right, Bob, we have to go see a man about I don't know, a cave, I guess. So you keep on keeping on.
I will do that. All right. You're concerning me yourselves a little bit, but you go see a man about a cave. And he sort of finishes tightening one of the saddles on the horses for Dr. Viola and steps back, kind of giving each of you
a wide berth.
Just a real close kind of look, wondering if
we've had too much sun today.
Yeah, are you pulling his leg or maybe not? Maybe.
It's so hard to tell.
He's right across the street from the saloon. Where you been, Bob?
He's actually a little ways up the street, and I mean.
Okay. Oh, that's right. The Undertaker is.
Yeah.
Yeah, an Undertaker is. Yeah.
He definitely had a bad morning with the undead.
Oh yeah. I mean, That's a shot against his craftsmanship. The dead didn't. The dead hated his thing so much they came out of it.
Yeah.
And normally he doesn't get reviews.
No, he doesn't get reviews.
You know what? I like to think that he did such a good job. They wanted him to bury him again.
So nice they did it twice.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah, Kiyo kicks her horse and just gets it going.
All right. So you ride back through town, heading out so you can head north up the trail that you took the previous evening. When you ride through town and you ride past the church, you see the priest and a handful of other individuals from town sort of walking along inside the church's cemetery, and you recognize one or two fellows as a couple of the prospectors who were hanging out in the other local drinking establishment here in town. Let's see, off the top of my head,
Buena Suerte.
Buena Suerte. So they're a little bit of the rough and tumble kind, and then there's a couple other like regular townsfolk sort of there too. A couple of them kind of milling about together on the steps of the church itself as you all sort of ride past. And a few eyes turn in your direction. The priest sort of follows you with his eyes as you go past and ride out of town. And then you clear the city limits and are heading north along this trail. And
after they're well out of earshot from us, Kiyo just kind of looks and what is it with religious folk and getting weird crowds around them?
I always assumed it was just the wine, but I don't know.
All right, so you ride north for a while. It doesn't take as long as when you went on foot.
We all have boots this time.
You all are wearing boots. You all are. It's daylight, so you can see a little bit better than when you went at night, and you ride along and easily follow the road to the entrance of the canyon that you went into. You can see the mesa up on either side. Everyone roll me spot hidden as you are riding in to this area.
Hey.
I
22.
pass.
I passed as well.
All right. So as you are riding in this direction and heading for the canyon, you see figures up on the mesa up above to your left. There's like 3 figures sort of half crouched, kind of back from the edge. They look like they're probably trying to sort of see but not be seen, sort of maybe keeping an eye out. And those that got hard or extreme success, as Sol did, you think when you see them that they look like the local Apaches that you've heard some talk about. They look like their dress and their everything, like immediately you say to yourself, okay, those must be the tribe that is in the hills to the north here.
Okay, so they're trying not to be seen?
Yeah, they look like they're probably lookouts.
Okay. And yeah, everybody else saw them too, but I will relay that I do believe that those are probably from the northern tribe of Apache folk near here. They don't seem to want to be seen, but if they're the ones that are holding Hank, should we try to flag them down and see if we can do this without violence? Or I think one way or another, we're probably going to be outnumbered.
I think it's better to confront them than to go through and have them all attack us. So yeah.
That'd be for the best. Kiyo, one is it might be a good idea, but this could also be a trap, and if we spring it, we might lose Hank as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid, like I said, I mean, we go down to that canyon where Hank's being held, and that feels like a trap to me, enclosed on all sides where they can drop stuff on us or shoot down at us or what have you.
Kiyo is very aware of how much they like to drop stuff down on you. That was them last night.
Right. So yeah, I think Hank is going to kind of, rear his horse around and kind of wave his arm at him. Kind of like, I see you.
All right, so you turn and you make yourself known that you notice them, and you see them sort of immediately move back out of sight and disappear on top of this mesa, and you don't see them reemerge. Like if you wait for a minute or two, you kind of watching, they have melded back and away, and they don't come back into sight.
Yeah, it could have gone worse.
Much
Shot
worse.
at us. Yeah.
Could have dropped a rock on us.
Also true. All right. Well, they don't want to be friendly, so let's keep on keeping on and
Just keep an eye out for her.
And absolutely.
All right, so you continue into the canyon, the sides, these two mesas rising up on either side of you, and kind of go into the shadow of the canyon. At this point, it's, getting on a little bit later in the afternoon, so the sun isn't directly overhead, so it's kind of like a dusk light inside of here as you sort of go through. Are you going at a fast clip, or are you taking easy riding through here?
Definitely not wanting to go in a fast clip. Probably taking it easy just so we don't accidentally stumble into a trap.
Yeah, we know we're being watched right now, so I think probably all of us have.
Going fast is a good way to end up dead fast.
Yeah, horse with a broken leg or whatever. Yeah, I think all of us probably armed and keeping our eyes out.
Okay, so you make your way deeper into the canyon. The walls 50 feet up on either side. Keeping your eye out, you don't see any more movement on the ledges above you as you go. And it doesn't take you too long as you make your way through here to come upon that warning sign that you found. The sun-bleached human skull with the jaw missing that's sitting on top of the wooden post that's stuck in the ground. And beyond that, you can see the bleach bones that are scattered about on the canyon floor.
Kind of mute. I don't know if it's better or worse at daytime. Definitely less creepy. But still weird. And kicks her horse forward to keep going because we're committed to going now.
All right, so you kick your horse to move forward. The horse moves a couple steps forward and then is like and comes to a stop and starts to back up away from this area and seems like won't go past where the sign is.
I will try to move my horse instead then. Is my horse any less terrified?
So you move around, Kiyo, and you try to start forward, and as you do, your horse does the same thing. You feel it like sort of shudder underneath you, like it gets startled by something, and it starts to backpedal.
Easy, Thunder, easy.
My God, my brain immediately, because I've been watching Star Wars recently, my brain immediately went to, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, yeah. I guess in some convenient sense, we can tie the horses to the skull post.
I think leaving them back a little further might be a good idea, just in case.
Yeah.
Because if they're not wanting to come in here, then something must be startling them. I just don't know what.
All right. Well, let's all agree now that if we have to carry Hank, it's going to be Olive that has to do it. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, to make the joke of that, like, as much as a joke, it's also probably the truth, because I think both of us have have weapons that are more accurate at longer ranges than Olive. And also, one hand.
It's true.
Right, I wasn't going to throw that at you.
It'd be funny, though. He just hauling Hank over one arm. But yeah, I guess we'll tie the horses here and go on by foot.
All right, so you back up a little ways. You find a safe spot to sort of secure the horses, and you leave them behind, and then continue on foot back into the canyon. You come to the sign again, and aside from, the creepiness of the bone piles themselves, you all have no problem sort of crossing that threshold on foot and moving deeper into the canyon itself. So you pass by this section of bone and continue walking, and there's still no sign of anyone on the mesas up above. It's very quiet. Like, the only real sounds down here is the occasional wind blowing through the canyon and just the crunching of your feet, and the distant back as you continue in, the sound of your horses gets quieter and quieter. And then you see up ahead, as you come around the bend, that larger mound of bones that still stands, still a little over 3 feet tall. It doesn't look like it's been disturbed from the last time you saw it, but it's still just sort of, all of you kind of get that, just a chill to see all of these bones, especially the fact that there's just such a variety of them here, of various creatures and things like that, including a couple of more human-like skulls in some places.
I think Kiyo also determined that some of them had been chewed on.
I don't know if
Right.
I don't know if Kiyo told you that, though.
Right.
No, Kiyo didn't tell you this. She intentionally didn't tell you guys this to not freak you guys out.
This is true, but I will say that in the bright light, or the less darkness, just Olive and Sol, give me spot hidden rolls to see if you notice anything like that. Oh, Sol definitely does not.
I don't either.
Excellent. So
It's for the
Kiyo,
best.
Kiyo,
It's for
you
the best.
definitely can pick out where and in the light you see, like, how many more of these have these indentations and things, but you note that the others don't seem to be aware of it as you move past.
It's for the best. It's for the best. But yeah, she definitely now has her eyes, as much as she's looking up every so often, but she's keeping more of an eye on the on her surroundings at the ground level, figuring both Olive and Solomon both have their eyes turned up as well. So
Yeah, Sol's definitely keeping his eyes on the ridge around them.
What order are you all sort of moving in? Like, who's kind of at the front? And then, I mean, you can walk, it's definitely wide enough that you could walk all four of you, like, in a line across, or you could double up, with two of you in front, two of you in the back. What do you think? How are you guys traveling?
I think if Sol's keeping his eyes on the ridge, he's probably in the back.
Okay.
Maybe
Kiyo would
letting
probably be in the
Kiyo.
front.
Yeah.
And Olive in the center.
And
The doctor.
we'll say the doctor and
doctor.
Oliver in the middle. Okay. So as you move past the bone pile and sort of keep moving, Sol, you're bringing up the rear, and something moves across your booted foot as the rest have kind of cleared past the pile. And when you look down, there's like 3 or 4 small, not really big, but small snakes that are sort of moving past your feet. And they sort of, one of them is finishing moving across your boot, and then it sort of turns back, and they all kind of go back under the bone pile.
All right. Did any of them look venomous? I mean, a rattlesnake's easy enough to identify. Are these just unidentifiable snakes?
They don't look like a venomous snake. You're not sure what exactly kind they are, but none of them jump out to you as a venomous one. Like, they seem harmless. Maybe all of you passing by disturbed them in the bones.
Okay. All right. I don't think he's gonna I think they're trying to be quiet at this point, so he's not going to break the silence with some snakes in the desert. But yeah, he'll keep it in mind.
Okay. So you pass by this pile of bones and continue even deeper into the canyon. And it's not long before up ahead you can see where you had uncovered this sort of partially broken and burned wagon. It's just still sitting. The rock that was nearly dropped on your heads is there as well. And as you're approaching, make me listen rolls.
I gotta fail.
Okay.
I got a 42 over 60.
Okay. So the two of you are kind of looking, Sol and Kiyo, you're sort of watching the ground and watching the mesa up above. Olive, what you notice is the lack of noise coming from that area. Like, this is where you think you're going to find Hank. But you're making enough noise walking in here, the group of you, that you think you would hear him by now. And you don't see him or hear anything coming from over by this broken, buried wagon.
Guys, it's a little quiet.
Like, all right. Too quiet, I'm assuming.
I mean, Hank's not a quiet person.
That's a good point. Well, let's see if we can call him out. Hank, you around here?
The only answer you get is just the breeze blowing through.
All right, then.
Guess we'll keep on pushing on.
Does anyone want to make any kind of survival checks to look?
Yeah. Since I was looking at my stuff. All right.
Yeah, I have like a straight survival roll.
That's fine.
I'll just roll tracking.
That was awful.
Yeah, I'll roll track too.
Okay.
I had a roll
failed.
survival. I forgot I actually am proficient in survival. Hey,
I absolutely failed.
I got a 10 over 20.
Oh, nice. All right. So, so looking around on the ground, you can definitely make out what are your footprints from your previous trip into this canyon. You also see what looks like some other footprints that appear to lead deeper into the canyon from here. The interesting thing about these other footprints that you notice is they look like somebody walking barefoot, which immediately makes you think of Olive without her boots. But these prints you see are further along the canyon than where you're sure that Olive went last night. And the other thing that's strange about them is that they look like a normal person's footprint, except that they're kind of thin, like as far as like they're narrow, and where the toes are, there's like these sort of long, thin kind of tracks too, and every footprint you see has those like longer, thin tracks. It reminds you of like maybe
again.
long toenail, like you think maybe long toenails on
These
the
footprints again, because yeah, we found these the last time too.
Mm-hmm. But they're going deeper into the canyon. The other thing you notice is there's two like divots that look like drag marks
All right.
going in that direction too.
Yeah, and Kiyo kind of point out the divots to the other two. Like, I think whoever has them dragged them this way. Just keep your guard up, because something strange about this.
I'm really eager for a time when stuff stops being strange. Anybody else? That just me? All right.
No, I'm with you there too.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's follow the strange long toenailed thing that dragged something. Probably Hank.
Meanwhile, Olive's like, this will make such a great news piece.
I was gonna say Olive has her notebook out and she's drawing the footprints.
When you're walking, if Olive's riding, every once in a while, Viola will like adjust course for Olive to make sure she's
Viola's standing behind her, like just walking Olive.
rock.
This is more important. This is more important. This is more important.
All
If I
right.
die, someone at least find this, and then my story will get out.
It's true. Okay, so you leave the wagon behind and you keep going a little bit deeper into the canyon. And as you go deeper, it's getting a little, like the sun is starting to kind of go away a little bit, so it's getting a little bit darker in here. The shadows are kind of longer. And after maybe 10 minutes more of walking, you kind of round another bend and the canyon kind of dips a little bit. And up ahead, you see what looks like the opening of a cave at the far end of this canyon.
And that's
And
where the tracks seem to be going.
And it looks like the tracks are going. There's no other way. Like, you kind of look around and you don't see any other way for, like, that you could, you don't see any sign of anybody climbing up on either side or anything like that. And the tracks definitely look like they go into this dark opening, this kind of big maw at the end of the canyon.
Not a fan of this.
What do you want to do?
Anybody got a source of light? Nobody brought their lantern? Oh, all right.
The doctor sort of looks around and says, well, if we get some of the debris from the wagon, we could maybe fashion some kind of torch.
That might be for the best.
I've got some bandages, or we could rip a piece of clothing and wrap it and light it.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go grab some of that.
So you backtrack to the wagon, sort of.
Kiyo will actually kind of stay nearer to the mouth, not staying at it, just kind of keeping an eye just in case.
Okay, so Kiyo's gonna keep watch, and the doctor is willing to go back. Do you want to keep two together and two stay at the mouth of the cave? If you stay at the bend, you can kind of see back to where the wagon is, so they're not completely out of sight.
He'll stay at the bend then. That sounds like the best idea, just to keep an eye on she doesn't want anything getting out of that cave. But yeah, that's the best then.
All right.
I'll help the doctor make torches. It's a very adventure movie thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you go back, you kind of dig through the debris a little bit. You find some decent pieces of board from the wagon that you can kind of wrap and kind of keep together. There's actually, you managed to find in kind of the debris some more material that you could use to wrap as well. Maybe like a cloth kind of covering that maybe used to be used for the wagon that didn't completely burn up in the fire. And you're able to why don't you roll me a luck roll, Solomon, and I'll roll for the doctor too to see how many. Where is she? There she is.
I assume that Olive stays with Kiyo and just keeps writing stuff.
Probably. All right.
It seems to be our duo anyways, is Olive and Kiyo, and then Solomon and
Viola.
the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Viola.
So you managed to make 3 good torches out of this with the help of the doctor kind of quick know-how of putting a torch together and wrapping it just right so that the material won't burn up really quickly. You know, it'll get enough airflow to stay lit, but it won't burn away completely. And while you're down waiting, Kiyo, just make me another spot and listen roll, and Olive can do the same.
A spot and a listen?
Yeah.
Or spot or a listen?
We'll do both. Do a spot
All
and a
right.
listen roll.
Ooh. Spot, that is a 21. It's a success. Listen is a 29. Wow. 2 successes for me.
2 fails.
Nice. So Kiyo, in the darkness of that cave entrance, while you're sort of staying back, watching back where Viola and Solomon are fashioning torches and looking back to keep an eye, you, for just a second, think that you see in the dark these sort of 2 little yellow lights almost, and you realize that you think those are eyes, like watching. And as soon as it seems like they catch your attention, they disappear.
Keo probably just a bit too late nudges Olive to try to get her attention.
And Olive, you look and it's just pitch black inside the mouth of the cave.
What? Did you see something?
There's some
Oh my
eyes.
god. Oh my god. Okay.
And we're watching us.
And also, Kiyo, you're not sure, but you think somewhere, probably from up above, you don't know if it came from the east or the western side of the mesas. You think you heard, not close, but you think you heard horses. But you're not sure exactly, like, they don't seem like they're super close, but they're somewhere up on the mesas above you.
All right. Yeah, Keo kind of mentioned that as well to Olive. Just like, I hear horses up there.
Okay.
She'll kind of check on the other 2 quickly, and then just turn her eyes back towards the cave. Now more worried about whatever's in there.
So you're looking, you don't see those, what you think were eyes again. It's gone back to stillness inside the darkness. And after a few minutes, Solomon and Viola come back with their 3 torches ready to be lit.
She'll fill them in on both the things that she heard / saw.
Well, nothing else. Hopefully, with these, we'll be able to see a little clearer.
Someone
but,
else should lead. Can't really carry a weapon and a torch at the same time.
Right. I think that's kind of the upside of 3 torches. You already had your handful, so I will lead them. Miss Olive, you already are armed, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, good. You can have a torch as well with your sidearm, and so the doctor can y'all can take up the lead and help Keo see if she needs to shoot something.
And Keo switches from her, probably while they were waiting, since she knows we're going into a cave, she changes the ammo in her shotgun from slugs to shot.
Okay.
Because that is an important thing I have to make sure to change. Because I do have to remind myself to reload that thing.
That is fair.
Yeah.
And making it clear that which gauge, which ammo I have in is probably the best to make sure to remind.
And Saul will shoulder his Winchester Centennial, and he'll draw his Army Colt 44. So he'll have a pistol with the torch.
All right. Viola will take out her 45 Winchester rifle. She'll like kind of pull it out, kind of make sure it's loaded, and kind of have it at her side with a torch in one hand, so that she is also armed just in case. And this dark maw of a cave sits in front of you all.
Well, let's make a bad decision.
Are the best kinds of decisions. All right. So you proceed forward into the cave. So who is taking up the lead now? Is it going to be Olive and Dr. Viola?
No, I'll take the lead on this one.
All right.
How many abreast can we stand here, pretty much?
It's still pretty wide. Like you could have 2 to 3 of you abreast easily.
We could probably go by moving square here,
Yeah.
2 by 2. That way, we have one shooter, one torch carrier. Or well, I guess you both are carrying torches, but that way, Kiyo can keep an eye on the back while you guys keep an eye on the front.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you proceed into the cave. You've lit your torches. They play with the shadows along the walls. Kiyo, you can pick up these footprints that you've noticed, and you see that there's footprints that both lead out and back in, and the drag marks continue deeper into the cave as you follow them in. The cave is a little, it has thinned down here from where the canyon was a bit wider. And once again, you hear the crunching of your feet on the ground. As you sort of move in about 25 to 30 feet, and it kind of is descending downward, and you kind of have to pick, be careful picking your way over like some rocks and things now that are on the ground. Your torches play across the walls here, and on the left, as you sort of start to round a corner heading deeper in, you notice that there appears to be some kind of drawings on the cave wall to your left. As the light hits them, you can see that they're done in a sort of a darker brown pigment. At first, you see just a couple of spiral designs along the way, but they give way to some other like squiggly lines. And then there's various sets of eyes drawn on the wall. And continuing on, you see what looks like some kind of like sunburst maybe, and stars etched in. And then there's some crude drawings of what you would guess to be, say, animals. Like you can pick out maybe like birds are pretty easy to pick out. And then there's some deer and some other things like that. And then as you kind of have gone maybe like 60, 70 feet deeper in, there's a bunch of like what you would guess are like human. They're like stick figures. They're not very well drawn at all. But the strange thing about the stick figures that appear to be human are that some of them have tails and some of them don't. And the other thing about these drawings that catches your attention as you keep going is none of the drawings is higher than like 3 feet off the ground. That's about as high as they come up. They don't go any higher up to the ceiling. The ceiling here is probably a little over 8 feet high as you've come in here, and the cavern's kind of closed in around you. But yeah, they're only about 3 feet above the ground and below. They don't go any higher.
I assume Olive has been trying to draw some of this too.
Yeah, I think she's trying to figure out what it means.
Do you have anthropology skill?
I have arts and crafts.
I'll let you roll an arts roll just because you may have studied other kinds of art.
Okay.
So many different cool kinds of art.
Neolithic cave drawings, googly eyes.
Oh my god, I just picture Olive being that person to stick googly eyes to things.
Funny thing, my art and craft thing is the highest I have, and I rolled above that. So I got an 89 and my arts and crafts is a 75. So
Olive, you think they could work on their art. Like this could use some work. Yep.
They should have gone to art school or journalist school.
I mean,
Dating people.
They should have. Let's see. Does the doctor have?
So we're in a cave. Nothing's above 3 feet. I think we have found a hobbit hole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, they're supposed to be nicer than this.
So why I was saying Jesus Christ, I opened up the Roll20 thing, and just all of a sudden, every single roll that has been done till now, all went boink at the same time.
It's fair.
Startled me just a little bit.
So, and you see these drawings continue along this wall, and you can see in your torchlight, sort of maybe 20 or 30 feet ahead, it looks like you're coming to another, like a wall at the back of this cave. The one thing you all do notice as your light sort of plays over it is that there appear to be a number of holes in the wall at the back. They're not, from what you can see, they don't appear to be like extremely large, but they're, probably, I would say at least the smallest is like a 2-foot diameter hole. And then the other ones range up to maybe about 2.5 or just under 3 feet diameter. And there's about 4 or 5 of these that you can see in the torchlight.
Could I make a natural world roll and see if I might be able to figure out what these things might be?
Sure.
Nope, just gonna fail all day. All right.
You could spend luck to make that a success.
Let me see how much luck I have left.
Or your advantage, too.
Or your advantage. You could roll again.
Yeah, that's true. No, I foresee something terrible happening soon. So I'm going to save that advantage and
Smart.
and my luck, which is it's at 50 right now. So that's
a pretty good amount of luck.
It's not bad, but I do like having a 50-50 chance with my luck.
I mean, that's also fair.
That is very fair.
All right. So, yeah, you're not sure as far as these holes go. But Kiyo, you can see in the torchlight that a number of these footprints seem to dead end at this wall and also leave and head out from this wall. And the 2 drag marks that you see go to the larger of the holes and seem to end there.
I'm claustrophobic.
Hey, me too.
This is terrifying.
I don't know if you saw my message in the chat. I'm like, oh God, we're gonna have to do that scene from Alien.
Yeah. Although I'm also in my head seeing the James Earl Jones turning into a snake from Conan the Barbarian. So
Kiyo, you can just hear a sigh from Kiyo as she kind of realizes this, and even just says, "You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say."
how big is this hole?
2.5 feet. I
Yeah,
think,
so the biggest one is just under 3 feet, and then the others, there's you make out 5 holes. The smallest is about a 2-foot diameter, and the biggest is just under 3 feet, and the others fall in between those.
This is my worst nightmare. This is worse than anything else you could have thrown at us. I'm like thinking of myself going through.
I know. I'm also claustrophobic, so I know.
It's really funny because I'm normally claustrophobic. There's one condition where I'm not claustrophobic, and it's caving. I really like climbing in tunnels.
Nope.
I'm not normally claustrophobic, but I think caving is the one place where I am.
See, it's funny because for me, it's one of those ones of like when I go spelunking when I was younger, and that's just one of those things that was just like, it's fine.
Yeah, more power to you.
I used to as well. And then you get in those little parts where it's like the entire weight of the earth and then just like a little space and you're supposed to get through that. Okay.
As dark as this sound, my only view is always, at least it'll be quick.
No. Why? No.
This is something I mean, depending on how bad it is, yeah, it'll be very quick, or it won't be very quick.
Hey, everybody, let's go watch The Descent.
And Viola's looking at these tunnels, and she goes, "You don't think there's any really big spiders in there, right?"
I think there might be worse in there.
Oh, I don't. Okay, well, as long as it's not spiders, I'm really a fan.
Well, there's another scene from Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, where she stick her hand in.
No.
Every kind of creepy crawly there is. I want to stick my torch into the hole and see if I can see the other side, or if this is just.
If we're just gonna alien this shit and have to crawl through this.
All right. So which one of these holes do you pick? The biggest hole, or do you pick one of the other holes?
I guess the one that the drag marks lead up to.
All right. So Sol moves to the wall, has the torch out, and you kind of like stick it in to kind of get a look deeper in. Make a spot roll for me. Excellent. So you kind of stick the torch in, and you're kind of looking to see if you can see the end of this, and you don't see that, and then all of a sudden something's moving, and it's coming at you, and you see two bright yellow eyes as there's something just through the tunnel at you, and you all hear that in that moment, and then from the other tunnels you hear this like something's moving toward you as well.
Immediately Kiyo raises her gun towards whichever hole is nearby.
All right.
Yeah, I think something rushing at him is enough cause to shoot at it.
So
yeah, oh no. If it moves, I kill it.
So I need everybody, what's your dexterities?
25.
55.
70.
Kiyo has such horrible dexterity. I love it.
And let's see, what is the good doctors?
For a woman who is as agile as she has no dexterity.
Viola.
I like to imagine her just swinging the katana and in her head. It's very, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but to everyone else, it's incredibly clunky.
It's William Wallace. No, she is actually very handy with her sword.
That's right, she is.
Because she has, in terms of, it's really funny, anything that is dex based, so dodge especially, she has an exceptionally high dodge chance.
That's
because
good.
I pumped a shit ton of points into it. Because I'm like, I know that. But yeah, no, with her sword, she has an 80% chance to hit.
It's pretty good.
It's just her dex that's really shit. And I kind of went with that of like, my brain went, I can't even think of how to describe how it's more that she's has an awkward movement to her because she's still yet accustomed to her missing arm.
That's fair. All right, so So Olive, well, actually, I'll say, so since Sol, you've got your head kind of in this open hole, do you just point your gun down the tunnel and fire at whatever's coming?
Yeah, I like to think that, he had the gun kind of pulled up as he's sticking the torch in, because I think he's making some sort of connection between the snakes and this thing, because that's the connection I'm making. Yeah, and if he sees something with yellow eyes just barreling at him, he is going to fire at it.
All right. So I will, since you had an extreme success, I will let you shoot into the tunnel at this thing to start with. And you'll have an advantage die because it's it's a straight shot down the tunnel. Okay, so let's see.
How much dodging they can do.
Yeah. So you do, that's an extreme success. Let me just double check.
Damn.
I know, right?
It's like shooting snakes in a barrel.
Pretty much.
Also, I was reminded, what else reminded me? Hera's character had a situation like this happen in Warhammer, where she had to climb through a ventilation shaft where there were gene stealers, or where there were Tyranids nearby.
Mm-hmm.
If you know anything about that, Tyranids are literally just the what are they called? Zerg from StarCraft, and they're terrifying.
Nice. Okay, so I believe with an extreme success on that roll, so this is a bullet I'm gonna say is that blunt or impale?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think it would be blunt because it's a bullet, it's not a sharp weapon. So so you're gonna do max damage, which I believe for you is a D10 plus 2 with that weapon.
Yes.
So you're gonna do 12 points of hit point damage to this. Whatever this is that is lunging up this tunnel toward you. So and do all right. There's this loud sort of like hissing cry of pain, and like this sort of you just see this splatter of blood. It's still moving towards you, but its pace slows dramatically as it gets hit by this bullet that comes at it. So Olive. Solomon has leaned down, stuck his torch in a hole, and then all of a sudden there's all this skittering. He fires his gun into the hole, and something shrieks, and there's more skittering from other tunnels. You think at least 2 of those other tunnels have something coming out of them at the moment.
I guess I shoot down one of the other tunnels, or I try to.
All right, so you go to you kind of look, figure out which one's making noise and look, and you also see in your torchlight this like scaly snake-like face and this yellow eyes coming at you at speed.
Okay. No.
All right, so you fire your gun and you misjudge, and like the rock on the side of the wall at the opening of the tunnel sort of and Saul, you are like doused in like dirt and rock that sort of comes off of where Olive shoots a little bit off to your left. And you can do something again because I kind of gave you a surprise round because you reacted so quickly. Solomon.
Yeah, I think he's gonna kind of drop the torch and cock the gun, fire it again if the thing's still coming after him.
It is still coming down this hole.
All right. I am going to use my advantage for that then.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. So you fire again, and this time you go to fire, and at the last second you sort of correct as this thing like sort of rolls inside the hole to try to get out of the way, and you manage to shoot it again. Let me see here. So this time, like now you can see it because it's closed the distance as you back away, and as you fire into the tunnel and kind of like go back on your, kind of one leg to keep balanced, this creature sort of explodes out of the hole, and you kind of get doused in like blood from it, and you sort of see it kind of splatter, and in the torchlight it has this sort of green hue to it, and it just sort of like lands at your feet, and you kind of look down to see this it looks like a gigantic snake, but it's got like arms, but the back end of it is just a snake tail coming off of it, and the face is elongated and has like teeth and the glowing eyes. So as it comes out and you all sort of see it kind of land at Saul's feet, and it's gasping now, and it looks like it's dying from the 2 shots. Everybody roll me a sanity roll.
Oh, good. I got under.
Okay.
Got a 34 over 65.
Very good. Excellent.
God damn it! It got in my mouth.
Hey, I didn't pass.
Okay. So you take 2 points of sanity loss. And both you and Viola both shriek. And Viola, who was pointing her gun toward one of the tunnels, accidentally fires her gun. So let's see.
Oh God.
I know, right? So she fires her gun, and it doesn't hit anything because she hadn't really aimed it down the tunnel yet. It sort of hits inside the tunnel, and like rock and debris and dirt kind of fly out. But luckily, she doesn't shoot any of you with the shot. And she sort of stands there for a second, and then she like shakily like tries to kind of reload in that moment. And then after Sol has fallen over, let's see here. From out of 3 of these holes come 3 more of these half humanoid but mostly serpentine creatures. And as they come out, let's see. As they come out, so I'm going to say that Olive is 1, Sol is 2, Kiyo is 3, and the Doctor is 4 to see who they go after. So let's see. The first one, Olive. The second one, Olive. The third one, Dr. Viola, and and there's just 3. So Olive, 2 of them come out of the holes. One comes from the hole that you tried to fire in. The other comes from, like, you're looking in that hole, and the other one comes out of the hole above it, like, into your face. And they go after you with just their teeth out, like they just go to bite you. So the first one is going to come in for a bite. Now, my question is, do you, since this is getting right up in your grill, Olive, you could try to fight back. So you could try to, like, punch them or hit them with the butt of your gun when they come at you. Or you could try to use your dodge to try to avoid getting hit by them. So basically, you would roll against them, and if you do better, then you succeed. And if they do better, then they succeed at the attack.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll roll and see if I do better.
All right.
God, I will.
So the first one comes at you to bite you. What is my to hit on this? All right, so what did you get, Olive?
I got a 47.
Out of?
I don't know.
It's half your dexterity, I believe, if you didn't put it in yet. And you didn't add any points.
So half of that would be 35. So 47 out of 35.
All right, so that means that it does, in fact, bite you, Olive.
Cool.
Oh, no. All right, so.
I feel so bad for Olive.
Yeah, I do too. All right, so it lunges out, it takes a bite. You take 1 hit point of damage, but I also need you to roll me a Constitution roll as it sinks its teeth in.
Okay, I got a 45 over 55.
All right, so you don't succeed because this actually required an extreme success to pass that.
Cool. Awesome.
I know, it's great. So as it bites you, you can feel like a burning sensation, and you realize in that instant, like, oh my god, its teeth are poisonous.
Oh no.
So you take an additional 2 points of damage from the poison as it bites you.
Okay, cool.
The second one that came out is going to attempt, since the other one bit you, this one goes to claw you with its clawed fingers. Oops. That's a... Do you want to roll to try to dodge out of the way of that?
Yeah.
It's got an extreme success. You have to roll really good.
I didn't.
Okay, so
Callie, you have a nat 20.
If I die, I die. No, if it gets to it, if I'm really down, I will use.
That's true.
That's fair.
I will use it.
So I need you to roll another Constitution roll. Once again, you're looking for an extreme success.
I doubt it. That's an 11 over 55. Is that an extreme success?
I believe so, because you're looking for 1/5. And that sounds like it may just be what you need. Let's see. So you're gonna take so you take 4 points of the piercing damage or the slashing damage from the claw, but you manage to fight off the poison from this secondary attack. And then
I'm looking so good, guys.
Callie, I'm in danger.
let's see. So the good doctor, I'm going to roll the doctor's dodge because the doctor is going to get attacked. Okay, so the doctor has a success, so that means it needs to at least succeed to get her. So, and it does not. So the other one lunges from one of the holes. Dr. Viola is just finished reloading the rifle and sees it coming and sort of gets the rifle between her and it and kind of pushes it off and kind of stumbles back a couple steps before righting herself with the rifle and pointing it back at the creature and firing at the creature in the same motion and shooting the creature in that moment. Just straight like chest shot. You just see blood kind of explode out of this creature's chest. Cool. And the creature goes tumbling backward and slams against the wall where it just came out of and then kind of crumbles in a heap. You can see that it's still breathing, but it looks like the wound seriously injured it, and also it slams its head as it goes backward. So you think that Viola just seriously injured it and also knocked it out in one shot of her rifle.
Nice.
And Kiyo, you watch this happen as now there's one dead creature, one unconscious creature, and Olive is being mauled by 2 of these snake creatures.
Well, she'll I'm assuming I'm within 10 feet of them because
yeah, you all had all kind of moved up to the wall so Sol could kind of take a look inside. So you were all very close together.
You hear Kiro go, "Sorry for your ears," as she pulls the trigger on her shotgun on one of them.
The doctor throws her hands up over her ears.
That is 2 degrees of success.
Okay, so that's a hard success.
Yeah. I'm used to saying 2 degrees because that's Warhammer. That's Shadowrun, or that's Warhammer style.
All right, let's see. So the one that you shoot at, it notices you turn, and when you say, what?
Oh.
I'm back.
You're back.
Let's check the sound on stream just because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we're glitchy because that happens.
You're good.
Okay, good. So it turned just as you said that, and it looked like it tried to kind of get out of the way, but it failed to. So how much damage do you do?
I feel like a rogue rolling all these d6s. 19 damage.
All right.
God, I love shotguns.
So you blast your shotgun. The sound just echoes inside this cave space. And the snake creature that you shoot gets blasted off of Olive and sort of goes head over heels and kind of comes to rest against the opposite wall underneath the cave drawings. And it sort of like lays there not moving. Olive, you kind of get splattered with the blood as this thing gets blasted right off of you. So there's the one that's just took a bite out of you that like its head comes up again and it looks over in surprise and looks around at the others all dead. And Olive, it's your turn.
I I try to shoot it, even though I know I'm not gonna hit it.
All
You
right.
can do
Well,
it.
so you're point blank now because it's right in your face. So
Okay.
you have an advantage die on this because you're like, you get your gun right up into its like face and like try to shoot it.
Okay, so does that mean like I roll twice or?
Roll the purple dice, and it should give you an advantage die for.
I think it's the 100 you roll for.
Oh,
an
I'm sorry.
advantage.
Yeah. So for advantage, you will roll your dice and then roll a second D1 the 100 die, and
Okay.
use the better like the lower number of the tens. I forget you roll with the dice.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
I've completely lost any faith in Roll20, given how bad it has screwed my players over repeatedly.
Okay, so firearms is the handgun. It's the handgun,
Yep,
right? So,
yep.
okay, so if I use a luck point, I can get it down to 20 because I got 21.
Okay.
so
Yeah.
so I hit it.
All right. So you do hit it because it Oh, let's see. I don't think it's gonna get out of the way, but it does not. So you hit it,
Hey.
and so roll your damage for that.
Oh crap! I didn't even think I was gonna hit. I didn't pull out damage. Okay. 5 damage.
5 damage. All right.
Good job.
Yay! I hit something.
Proud of you, Callie.
Yay!
You seem to have the cat curse in this one.
Right.
I do. It's these dice, I think, and I.
Oh
Did
no.
she touch them?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So you shoot it. It's hurt, but it doesn't injure it as badly as the other ones were injured when they first got shot. So Sol, you have this dead snake creature at your feet. There's the unconscious one sort of slumps against the wall a few feet to your right, and the other one gets blasted off of Olive and is just a scattered mess. But Olive is still like in close contact, like trying to fight off. She shoots this one in the chest, but it's still like on top of her.
I wanted to ask you, for my Army Colt 44, for attacks, it has 1 parentheses 3.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that you can make 3 attacks with it?
Yes.
Probably a disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, like you're fanning the trigger, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, I don't want to fan the trigger at Olive, so I will. Yeah, I will take a shot at this snake creature that's still bearing down on her.
The
Okay.
terrifying. I also remember the terrifying thing. I could take 2 shots with my shotgun. I could have done 8d6 damage to it.
Whew, all right, so let's see. Oh, so you have a hard success, and what is my dodge? So you and it, you tie. So that means tie goes to you because you were the initiator of this. So you hit it for 5 more points of damage. It is still there. It is still it's bleeding from these 2 wounds, but now it seems incensed. And let's see, is it gonna keep going after Olive, or is it gonna go after the larger Sol? Let's see. I think high.
Oh, Snake Boy.
High is Olive, low is Sol. Look, so it just leaps towards you, Sol, as you've shot at it now, and it's going to try to claw into you as it leaps at you.
All right, go make some new boots.
So it leaps at you, and let's see, what's its fight? You kind of sidestep, and it misses you. It seems a little thrown off by its injuries, and it kind of lands on the ground and sort of spins around, hissing in your direction. And then it is the doctor's turn. So let's see, the good doctor aims the rifle at this thing again and fires. That will miss completely. It goes sort of almost hits Sol, like the ground gets kicked up at your feet, Sol. And the doctor's like, oh, and like takes a couple steps back in surprise, like from nearly shooting you. And then it is Kiyo's turn. So Kiyo, the snake person, turned its attention on Sol when Sol came after it.
All right. Well, I got a second barrel.
You do have a second barrel.
So I'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
It's a 47. So that is 3 degrees of success.
Okay. So roll some damage. Oh, wait. Let's see if he gets out of the way. Boom. He gets an extreme success on his dodge. And it hits the dirt and sort of slithers between your legs, Kiyo, as you shoot at the ground. And it comes up so where it goes behind you.
Lucky motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Very lucky. All right. So, Olive, this creature is now on the far side of Kiyo. So you're on one side, Sol and Viola are in the middle. And now it's gone kind of between and behind Kiyo, and it looks like it's going to try to lunge up and bite Kiyo.
I limp over and I tried to hit it with my gun.
Are you going point blank again? To get right up in its face?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try that. This seems the best that I could do, actually. Oh, I rolled 2 22s. So I guess I will use 2 luck points and get it down to 20, and I hit it.
So you point the gun at it, and I like to think that, Kiyo, you notice that Olive is pointing, and that looks like that's more at your foot than at the thing. So you probably give her a little bit of a head, like, no, left.
Just kind of boops it softly over.
And then Olive fires into this thing. So roll some damage, Olive.
Yeah.
2.
2, nice.
Oh.
All right, Sol, this is a sturdy snake creature. It is still there. It is bleeding. It's got a number of wounds now. And its eyes are like just wide, and it looks like a caged beast now. Like it's just in full like panic mode that it has to take out some of you. It knows it's in danger.
Well, there's no better time to try this this 3-shot thing, considering that's the amount of bullets that I have left in the gun. So I guess do I roll the purple die? Is that
Yes.
okay?
Yep. All right. So, your first shot is successful. You shoot it. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
We'll do all 3 shots. Second shot successful. Third shot. Oh man. So, Kiyo, you nudge Olive's gun in the right direction. Olive shoots it, and then Sol moves to correct, so he gets a full look at this and just fans the revolver and just 3 successive shots. Let me see what happens. So this thing, first shot, one shoulder. As it's rearing up behind Kiyo, it kind of goes backwards. Sol shoots it again, this time in the upper neck. It like goes back. It sort of lets out this roaring hiss, and it tries to sort of loom up and sort of one last ditch effort to like lunge in Sol's direction. And Sol, you just shoot it right in the open maw. And then it thwaps up against you. Just roll me a strength roll. You keep your feet as it slams into you with the last bit of strength it had, and it sort of just tumbles to the ground at your feet and just lets out its last dying breath. And so now 3 of the 4 lie dead. the fourth one lies bleeding and unconscious in a heap on the ground.
Do any of you want a live one, or should we just put this thing out of its misery?
It might be best to just take care of it.
I mean, we don't have any way to safely transport this thing back. I did not bring my cage. Yeah, I think Sol take his Bowie knife and slit this thing from lack of ear to lack of ear.
Okay, so you finish this unconscious, bleeding creature off with the just draw of your blade. It just you like feel it shudder and die, and then you're just the four of you are standing there. This sort of green blood on the dirt and ground, a couple of torches on the ground around where you are that light the playing shadows really creepily on the cave walls around you.
Yeah, Kiyo takes the time quickly. Actually, first goes over to Olive. You okay?
That's a question, Jeanette. Do I have to still roll like Constitution because of the poison, or?
Nope, it was a one-time roll to see if you got poisoned. So you just took the damage if you failed the roll, and then the doctor also comes over to take a look at anyone who's injured.
Yeah, I think that's just Olive.
I think literally
not doing
just
so
Olive.
great.
So is Olive poisoned now?
No, she just got bitten, and the poison does damage in her.
Okay,
but
I didn't know if it was a condition or. Okay.
Nope, not for this one. It's just like a straight damage for that.
Because I got a Bowie knife, we can cut a slit and start sucking the poison out.
Doctor says
one of these. Yeah, you always want to keep the snake that bites you, so we can drag one of these things back and get an anti-venom for snake people.
I don't know what their reaction is going to be when we drag one of these things back home.
Oh, I plan to.
Oh, I know.
The doctor's like, first Walking Dead people, now snake people. What the hell is next?
Prove to Bob that he needs to get outside a little bit more.
Oh, Bob's gonna have a heart attack if we bring that back.
Kiyo, while this is going on, kind of tucks the shotgun under her shoulder, starts reload, drops two more, ejects the two cartridges, pops two more in, just in case.
Yeah, Sol's going to reload his revolver now that it's fully spent.
Nice, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, so the doctor will tend to some of Olive's wounds quickly. And let's see here. Olive, you will get back 2 of your hit point damage.
Yay.
And she gives you a stern look and she says, when we get back to town, we're going to go over to the doctor's office and I'm going to do a better job. But this is just to patch you up while we're here, just in case anything else happens.
Okay.
All right, well, we found out what's in the holes.
What do you think there's more of them in the holes?
Well, if there is, I assume they'd be coming out by now, because we sure weren't quiet.
No, we weren't.
Especially Kiyo.
All right, well, okay. So I'm thinking there's 2 options to this. We can either all go into the holes. I suppose 3 options. We can all go into the holes together and try and hope that Hank is on the other side and he has not been eaten, constricted, or poisoned in some form or fashion. We can split up and use some rope to tie around to the people that go into the holes. Thereby, if they need rescuing and need pulled out, people on this side can do so. Or we can just say fuck all and head on back, having just encountered some sort of otherworldly monstrosities that are neither known to man nor God.
Do you have a rope?
I do. I do have 30 feet, 30 yards of rope.
Okay.
I don't, even as bad as a man as he seems to be, I don't think we want to leave Hank to these creatures.
My thoughts too.
It's terrible to say, but I almost wish we had Duncan here. I think we could convince him to climb into one of these holes.
Kiyo kind of looks and says, I'd be willing to go in.
No, I'll do it.
You're hurt, Olive.
I've got nothing left to lose.
You got 2 arms and 2 legs. You got plenty to lose. Kiyo just sends with a grin on her face.
Where's our Duncan whistle? We need to summon him.
Get the Duncan light out.
The Duncan comes.
The Duncan signal is just a big. It's just a big thing with just his hat in it. It's a light in the sky with just the hat.
Hat? Question mark. Well, Olive, let's do this.
Okay, tie a rope
you
around
insist.
me. I'm a little crazy. I'm a little bit more crazy.
Just got a little crazier.
Just a little bit.
Kiyo's just like, I'm gonna follow up behind.
So we're gonna leave the doctor to pull us out.
I figured you two stay back out here. Olive and I go in. We are the smallest.
All right then.
I feel like Solomon is genuinely shocked that these two are dumb enough to suggest they'll go in.
Yeah, he's brave is the word coming across his mind, but yeah,
Stupid is coming across your mind.
Olive's going, I got nothing left to live for. Just the story.
I know, Olive
this
is
is gonna be
literally
one
in it
hell
for
of
the
a story
story.
if I make it out of this shit. Meanwhile, Kiyo's like, I have a ridiculous amount. I can at least take some hits for Olive.
All right.
Like,
so you're gonna go in the same hole that Olive goes into, right? Like you're gonna Olive go first, and then Kiyo's gonna follow behind her, and not take your own.
I think that's probably for the best, is so we end up in the same place.
Now,
Okay,
Oh yeah.
but what if we need to be dragged back out and you're behind me?
More or less, her plan is to let Olive go in first, because Olive wants to go in first suicidally. And then once you've gotten out and gotten to the end, she'll follow up.
okay, so Olive's gonna go, and you're gonna have Olive tied to a rope.
Yes.
All
God,
right.
It's going to hurt so much if we have to drag you back.
So, Olive, which of these holes do you choose to take? There's the 2-foot hole, the almost 3-foot hole, and the other holes that are a little bit in between.
I'm gonna go in the 3-foot hole, I guess.
Okay. And you have the rope kind of tied around like your waist?
Yes, and I turn to my friends, who they are now my friends because we have gone through a traumatic event, and I say, well, everyone, and then I give my notebook to Sol, and I say, if I don't come back,
You're going to come back, Olive.
tell
don't
my
worry.
story.
Tell my
And then-
tale.
So
We'll make sure you come back. You're not. No, nobody's gonna die here except for some horrifying snake monstrosities.
Remember to credit me.
I'm gonna have to learn how to read.
Oh no.
No, not true. Okay.
All right, so Olive, you have a rope tied around your waist, and you crawl into the tunnel.
and before Olive goes in, Kiyo's going to offer Olive her shotgun. She'll just look like, it's best in close quarters.
You only have to aim.
You
Close
don't
your
even have
eyes
to
and-
aim.
The doctor takes out so she has a knife, just a small knife, and she takes out the knife and she hands it to you, Olive.
We're just kidding, Olive. What do you have there? A knife. No.
No.
What do you have? A knife! No!
No, yeah. Kiyo offers Olive her shotgun. That's because you don't even have to aim it.
Saul
Alright.
has a small flask of whiskey. He'll offer that to Olive as well.
The
I don't
doctor,
have much to give, but I figure
You don't
this
need to
will
give
help.
her. You don't need to give her a gun. She's got 2 of those now and a knife.
Yeah.
And you need yours too.
the doctor
You
gives
want
you a
me.
look when you give her the alcohol.
It's a sip. Besides, what else am I going to give her? A deck of playing cards? I don't have much on me.
Just shakes her head.
Need it for the nerves.
I give them a smile and salute, and I crawl in the hole.
All right. So, Olive, you crawl into the hole and start kind of shimmying along. What's your size on for your character? Uh-oh, she's stuck in a hole.
I don't know. She's like 5'2", so
All right.
it's small,
Okay.
medium. I don't know.
Yep. Well, on your character sheet, under it, like if you filled it in the size category, if you didn't, it's
It's on here, and it wouldn't let me do the thing, so I put it all on the notepad, and then it's just like random stuff. So I can't find it if it's on.
All
here.
right. Well, 5'2" is smaller, so you've got some room in there. So let's see. Roll me a power roll because you're claustrophobic as you start to crawl in here, and that's this is definitely a small space.
Okay. So I got a 29 over 30, so I just made it.
All right. Yep. You just push yourself over this this fear you have as you crawl in, and you've got about 90 feet of rope here that's tied to you as you're kind of shimmying through and like making your way along, and the rest of you are kind of out there. Sort of you watch as Olive kind of is disappearing into the darkness. And Olive, you don't even have do you take a torch with you as you go? Like,
I didn't get a torch.
I assume you'd grab a torch. That seems like common sense to grab.
Yeah, we're not going to send you into a dark hole without a light source. Just
Okay, I grabbed a torch then.
Okay.
It's just Callie didn't think about grabbing a
Honestly,
torch. Okay.
that's why Kiyo didn't volunteer to go first, because she can't carry a torch and a weapon at the same time.
It's fair.
Otherwise, she'd be the first in.
So the rest of you are watching as Olive is sort of like slowly making her way. You can see her like in the torchlight. She kind of is moving it ahead of her as she goes and shimmying along. And then like the torch kind of starts to get a little bit dimmer and dimmer as the tunnel seems to turn a little bit. Olive, roll me a navigate roll as you start making your way through this tunnel. And the other tunnels, like they all seem to kind of cross each other at one point, and you want to make sure you kind of pick the right way to go.
Going to, I guess, use 4 of my luck points to get it down to 30. I've wasted all my luck points. I think I'm gonna die. So.
That's fair. So you're crawling along, and you're noticing you're kind of trying to track how far you're going. You think that you're kind of gonna be getting close to the end of your rope. The rest of you are standing outside. You're kind of feeding the rope in little at a time. And Olive, you're moving the torch ahead. Make me a spot roll.
Yeah. Okay. Stop falling.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm 24 over 25.
Okay. So, you are like kind of moving along, and you see, in the torchlight, it looks like, someone crawling towards you from the other end. But this looks like, from what you can see in the torchlight, it looks like they've got like arms and they're kind of crawling in your direction. And it looks like it's possibly a person that you see coming this way.
Hello? And I jet the torch out a little bit more.
You hear, "Hello? Get me out of here." And keeps crawling toward the torchlight.
I move a little bit more forward.
All right. And as the light kind of now you can sort of see the person a little bit better. You look and he's kind of squeezed in here pretty tight, but it looks like Hank crawling this way through the tunnel.
Hank, you're alive. Oh my god. Are you
They're right behind me. We don't have too much time.
okay? All right, look, should you're okay. I grab his hand with my other hand that's not holding the torch.
Okay.
Can I put the torch in my mouth?
I mean, that's pretty warm to get it kind of right up close to your mouth.
Okay. I let go of his hand. Or no, it's tied to my okay. I just like move my body a little bit so that I'm tugging on the rope, and I grab a hold of Hank's hand, and I hope that the strength of my compatriots can pull us both back.
Okay,
Also, I was
so
curious of how much could we hear of this, if anything?
make
echoing out of
listen rolls.
There we go. I'm
Yes.
like, I think. Ooh. Listen, I never can remember. Hey, I got a 30. I got
Let's
exactly a 30 over 30. I don't know if
Let's
that's a pass or
see.
success in this one.
All right, so Kiyo, you like hear this. The others hear like the noises, but you make out like the words, and you think you hear that's Hank's voice that you hear.
Well, if we feel the sharp tugs on the rope, then
Yep. So as you feel the sharp tugs on the rope, and Olive, you've kind of grabbed onto Hank. He has your hand by one hand. He sort of grabs on to your arm more tightly, and then as you tug on the rope, he smiles at you, and all of a sudden he starts to go in the other direction. As from the other side, your friends start to pull in the other direction. And I think we'll come back next time to see who's got the better tug of rope.
Oh, they're going to lose this shit.
As we have a tug of war with Hank and Olive at the center of the ropes.
Oh, God.
On our
hopefully
next...
we don't get a hopefully we won't get a King Solomon thing here.
No. I'm so stupid.
How are you stupid? All us, the worst that happens is you just let go.
use the torch on him. Yeah.
He's got my arm. He's got my.
She held on, and then he grabbed on like for a more secure hold, and then all of a sudden he started going backward at the same time that.
At least we know he's not trying to betray us, as far as we can tell.
So
he did smile about it.
I mean, that could be a smile.
He did smile.
Thank God I'm safe.
And then
all else fails, I have my sword.
All right, so
found a snake wife.
Yeah, maybe. Yep. So
snake wife. I mean, can't blame him.
We close with Olive in this tunnel. The torch, like, kind of like. All right, there, I'm caught back up.
So, she got back just in time for me to save. We all got back safely.
No, you didn't. That's no.
Not yet, at least.
Let's just check to make sure it didn't go robot voicey. La 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 la. Okay, no, we sound okay. All right, so so we'll end with Olive and Hank, in this strange tunnel in the earth. You all feel the tug on the rope, and as you all go to pull on the rope, you feel a sudden pull back in the other direction. And that's where the scene sort of fades out to black this time. What will happen next time?
This episode credits start running.
Will Olive and Hank make it out of the cave alive? What will the rest of the party do?
Will Olive get the death wish? She clearly has.
Will Olive get the story, or will Olive be the story? Next time on Shadows Over Stillwater.
Hey.
So with that, we're going to go around and everybody can do some plugs, and then we're going to say goodnight for the evening until we come back the next time and see what happens. This is what happens when you crawl into funny holes in the middle of the deep canyon.
I made the joke earlier, but hey, at least it's not a Tyranid hole.
It's true.
So be happy about that, Callie.
All right, so why don't we start with our endangered olive? Callie, what do you got for plugs and things like that?
Hello. You can find me at Capped Callie on Twitter. I have commissions open. I just pulled out my headphones.
Technical difficulties. It's a thing.
Okay. I have commissions open all the time. My next game will be on Thursday probably. For Retroverse Furry Road, which me and Vex are in. I play a duck named Clara, who's very awkward. And I think this week is vaccine. All the days are running together.
It's vaccine this week.
So, okay.
We had corruption last week.
Okay. So on Friday on Scotty Hood's channel at 7:30 is Retroverse Vaccine, which is a cool campaign. You should check it out. Also, you should check Scotty out. He's got commissions open. His thing is like right, if you look at my Twitter, it's like right below my pin tweet. Help him out. Commission him.
Definitely. All right. And then how about Vex?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at VexyHexy. You can also find me, as Callie said, at 4:30 p.m. EST on Fractured Moon D&D's channel for Furry Road, where I play a cat that is a tribal cat who is adorable and also is a complete mess. As in, she has a tendency to kill things, as all cats do.
I have cats. I can attest to that being true.
Also, you can find on Saturday night at 9 p.m. EST, I'll be running a game on Fractured Moon again, where I'm the GM and we're playing what is it called? Wow, my brain had it and then forgot it. The D&D module that has is all about the boats. Salt Marsh. Goes to Salt Marsh.
Nice.
Where my group has started the first adventure, and now we're continuing on in that.
Excellent.
And aside from that, at 1:30 p.m. EST, I play in a Witcher game on Saturdays.
Ooh.
On Heroes Without Limits, or H Without Limits, and it is a blast, and you should check that out. That's it. Excellent.
And D-Sword, what do you have going on?
Hi, everybody. I am Derek Sword. I'm DSword16 on Twitter, Discord, and Twitch. Every other Tuesday, I'm here, obviously. Every Saturday, I am over on the Soulward Initiative, where I DM an Eberron campaign. We're about halfway through our season, and the players are investigating the Mourning and the causes and all of the horrible mutations and abominations that probably lie there within. So definitely check that out. That's a lot of fun. I have some really great players for that. I am also going to be on Over A this coming Sunday for a one-shot. Mare, who created her own world, which is awesome. It's this desert world with planar activity and lots of cool characters. I am going to be playing a lizard folk druid who does not eat his friends unless they give consent. So check that out this Sunday. I believe it's 7:30 EST. Yeah, and my character Nasi for that. I am also the one of 3 lovely co-hosts of the podcast Monster Crush, which comes out every other Wednesday, including, as of today, tomorrow. And we talk about monsters that we want to smooch and what that Bigfoot dick like. And we ask the really important questions about monster dating. So check that out wherever podcasts are found. And you can always subscribe, review, rate. Always appreciate it.
Outstanding. I love it. And hi, I'm Jeanette. You can usually find me here on every other Tuesday for this game. Today's Tuesday, right? Yes. Days are hard right now.
Yes, they are.
Every other Sunday. So it was this past Sunday and every other Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time for D&D 5e. We're playing Skull and Shackles. And then every other Monday, so this coming Monday, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for another Call of Cthulhu Old West game, Beneath the Burning Sun. And then you can find me on Saturdays on Scotty Hood's channel. I play in a game from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern where we're doing Act Inc. and other games, Chaos Crew stuff, and it's chaotic. And
it's in the name.
It is. And every other Saturday night on Scotty's channel at 7, we're doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh, and I play a liminal monk who I absolutely love that character. So, stop in, visit, see what we're up to. And otherwise, check in on Twitter and you can see what's going on. Thank you, everyone who joined us tonight. We missed our dear Dr. Viola Vivacia, but hopefully she'll be back for next session. And
be more disappointed in us than she always is.
She may be. You let Olive climb in a hole that I'm sure if she was here playing the character, there would have been more arguing, but Olive climbed in the hole. That's all I'm saying. But yes.
I highly doubt that she would have been able to talk Olive out of that. Let's be honest here.
Hard to say. But yeah, I mean, it would have been an interesting conversation. So, thank you very much. Thank you to Paladin Hulk for the donation tonight. And we'll catch you all soon. Everybody stay safe. If you can stay home, do it. If you have to be out, be careful. And take care. Bye.
Bye.
Don't climb in funny holes in the middle of a cave.
Or do. It'll lead to an awesome story.
Wash your hands.
Yes, that too. And...